Pablo Escobar, aka the Boss, is thought to be the biggest drug trafficker the world has ever seen. It is estimated that at one point, Pablo Escobar was responsible for 80% of all the cocaine being smuggled over the world. At the height of his power, the cocaine lord of Colombia was smuggling 15 tons, or nearly $500 million worth of cocaine into the US every day. Along with his massive drug empire, Pablo Escobar also had a ruthless army full of serial killers. These men killed for Pablo, series Narcos. You're probably familiar with them already. Well, today, we're going to take a look at where these cold-blooded murderers are today, and what's the story behind their obsession with killing people. Number 1. Popeye. Popeye might sound childish and cute, but he's anything but. Jairo Velásquez is the real name of Popeye, given to him due to his protruding jaw, which was later fixed through surgery. The story of Jairo Velásquez starts in Yarumal, Antioquia, Colombia. As surprising as it might seem to you, but it's absolutely true, he used to be a part of the Colombian National Army, and then joined the cadet school of the National Police. A hitman like Jairo Velásquez used to be a part of something that was solely created to protect the public. Let's dig deeper. At first, he was part of the school of NCOs of the Colombian Navy, but then he transferred to the National Police Academy, where he studied for only 1 semester. What did he study there? How to shoot people with enough efficiency that they didn't get to blink twice after the bullet is in them? Wherever he learned his skill, it helped him kill 257 people. Well, that is the number of people that he has willingly confessed about murdering. Who knows about the people whom he has killed but hasn't confessed to? Not only that, but there were also countless kidnappings. Like, kidnapping common citizens and normal people is one thing, but the guy actually kidnapped the candidate for mayorship, Francisco Santos. Not only him, he also kidnapped and murdered Carlos Mauro Hoyos and several other famous politicians in Colombia. So we guess it's safe to say that no matter how rich or influential you are, all it takes is a bullet from Escobar's hitman. If you're horrified after finding out how many people he killed himself, wait until you find out how many killings were arranged by him. 3,000 murders. You heard that right. 3,000 murders were successfully planned by the psychotically genius hitman. Some people might even call him a genius when it comes to planning stuff, even if it was other people's deaths. Definitely not something you should use for inspiration, jokes aside. Where is he right now? 6 feet under, dead, gone, finished. Doesn't breathe the air of this land anymore. While Popeye is a vicious killer, he sure does clean up nice.
¿Cómo aprendió a matar? Me dice a los 12 años. ¿Usted se recuerda cuándo y a quién fue la primera persona que mató?
No, ya el primero que yo maté fue por el 17 años de edad. Fue a un despachador de buses que cuando el primero era conductor de bus y había tumbado la mamá de un amigo nuestro cuando conducía. No esperó que se bajara y no que la señora se iba a bajar y se cayó y la mató. Y la dejó ahí tirada como un perro, entonces ese fue mi primer asesinato.
In an interview, Jon fondly talks about the first time he killed. He reveals he bagged his first kill at 17. At that young age, Jon was driven by a sense of righteousness as he killed a bus driver who was responsible for the death of a close friend's mother. Later on in the interview, he reminisced about the first time he ran into Pablo. Believe it or not, Jon used to work for Pablo's mistress. When she left the country, Jon went knocking on Pablo's door, looking for a job, and the rest was history. From 1992 to 2014, he served in prison and received a sentence of 30 years. Murder, extortion, terrorism, drug trafficking. He got out in 2014, however, was sent back to prison after he was arrested for extortion once again. Old habits die hard, I guess. The guy was constantly in and out of prison until he finally died of stomach cancer. Interestingly, he also set up a YouTube channel during his time out where he told stories about his time as a vicious, stone-cold killer. According to him, there was an 80% chance that he was going to be killed by a former gang member. I guess even psychotic killers aren't safe from cancer. Moving on to the next hitman of the world's deadliest drug lord. Number 2. La Cuica. La Cuica, or Dandeni Muñoz Mosquera, is considered by many to be the most ruthless and violent out of all of Pablo's killers. Dandeni made his way into the Colombian drug war after being inducted into the Colombian army. However, he was soon discharged due to several minor theft charges. From here, he made his way into Pablo Escobar's cartel, the Medellin cartel. This is when he was given the nickname of La Cuica. La Cuica means fat girl and was given to Dandeni due to his resemblance with his aunt. La Cuica seemed to be convicted under the 1956 federal law which criminalized bombing a civilian aircraft. He was also the first person to be tried under the 1986 terrorism statute, which allows the US justice system to put foreign criminals on trial in cases of American death. The US tied La Cuica to 220 murders and the Colombian government to more than 440 murders, although the Colombian government never really pressed formal charges. La Cuica was caught and underwent trial in 1994. Later found guilty, he was sentenced to 10 life sentences and 45 years to be served consecutively. La Cuica is still serving his sentence and is staying at the same prison where the infamous Unabomber is locked up. In an interview from prison, La Cuica surprisingly denied all of his crimes.
Por vida en la cárcel. Yo les dije que por qué si yo no había cometido ningún delito. Y ellos les dijeron que no les importaba, que si yo les ayudaba, ellos traían a mi familia para acá y me daban dinero. Pero que si no les ayudaba me iban a condenar a cadena perpetua o me iban a matar en la silla eléctrica. Y me condenaron a cadena perpetua y buscaron testigos falsos, gente que yo nunca había visto en mi vida, y con esos testimonios me condenaron. Ellos no tienen ninguna pruebas contra mí porque yo no cometí esos crímenes.
Number 3. Nelson Hernandez. Nelson Hernandez also goes by the name Blackie and was born in Colombia. This nickname was given to him because of his African descent. Being a close associate and partner of Pablo, he was one of his most trusted associates. For the longest time, he even worked as a guard and a hitman for the ruthless drug lord. Nelson was widely known for being a bully, but Pablo trusted him enough to let him hang out with him and feel comfortable knowing that they are right where you need to be. Nelson was famous for assassinating and murdering people. He would do what Escobar asked him to without thinking twice, which it turned out wasn't exactly the best approach. Under Escobar's employment, Nelson kidnapped Felix Gallardo, Miguel Angel, and Isabela Batista in Cali and brought them to his boss's estate in Medellin. He helped Pablo out of one or two sticky situations by attacking Colombian judges and setting fire to all the evidence they had against him. Pablo was really pulling the strings on Nelson, as he had him kill cartel boss Kiko Moncada. Blackie was most important to Escobar when he carried out the 1993 Bogota shipping center bombing, planting 220 pounds of C4 plastic explosives in a car parked in a downtown shopping center. As a result of the bombing, over 20 people were left dead and almost 70 were wounded. Feeling guilty over what he did, Hernandez apologized to God while watching television footage of the aftermath of the attacks. Kids, women, and innocent people were killed, and it was then that Hernandez started sensing that maybe Escobar was going crazy. Scared, he lied about seeing his wife Maria Henao and their daughter Manuela in a hotel window in order to prevent Escobar from forcing him to stay put until he saw them. However, he was arrested by police as he left the payphone, and he was interrogated by the DEA. Rather than be hanged for the bombing, he gave Agent Javier Peña and Agent Steve Murphy details on Juan Diego Diaz, leading to the search block raid on Monte Cassino. As of right now, no one knows where Blackie really is, and it's assumed he's alive and well in the witness protection program. Anyway, that was all for today's video. Do you think the Netflix show told the entire truth about Escobar and his sicarios? Click this video to find out what they were hiding from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and let us know what you thought of the video in the comment section.